Thank you for listening to Jake Allen Radio. The Guilford, New Hampshire-based EGB, also known as Eric Grant Band, has developed a very unique sound. And joining us today is Eric Grant.
Hey, what's going on?
So Guilford, New Hampshire has got to be lucky to have you. I hear you guys are making a mark out that way.
Yeah, we really are. I mean, it started, about a year ago, and everybody kind of gathered up, and I was like, hey, I got this dream, and if you guys want to be part of it, let's do it. And everybody was like, all right, well, game on. And half the people in the group were like, from more rock and roll side of it, like, what's this chicken fried stuff?
Chicken fried stuff, I like that. Now, what is your music? What genre are you playing?
It's probably a cross between country and rock and roll.
Okay.
I think the rock and roll side of it comes more from my Bryan Adams and Bon Jovi and Journey days, I think, because that's really what started music for me.
So that's where it all began for you, but you kind of took it, you made it your own, you made it unique, and with their influence, you're able to do country music with your own style.
Yeah, and it's caught in between. It really is. It's not rock and roll, but, for a true country person, they would say, son, that's not country, you know what I mean? So it's literally that crossover new country sound, so.
Finding that crossover and that balance between, these two different worlds, that's really unique, and I can't wait to see where this goes for you. 2011 might be your year.
Well, I think it will be, and the people I think that are paving the way in the country world doing that, like Taylor Swift, Keith Urban. I mean, those people in themselves are definitely an example, I think, of where the market for that country music's going, because those people are just selling CDs, left and right.
There's still an authenticity to buying an actual album. When can we expect EGB's album?
Well, the first EP will be 4 songs. It should be out in about March. That'll be the first one, and then once that's out, we'll already be in the works getting going on the next one.
Well, I've heard your material online, and, with hard work, it's bound to pay off.
December 21st of 2012, the world is going to come to an end, or EGB's going to be on the edge of success.
There you go. Sounds like a pretty good plan. Now, you've been doing this your entire life. Music has been a part of you, right?
Yeah, it has.
Curious, as far as your band, how has music really played a big role in their lives?
Well, I think for everybody that's been in this group, they have always, in one shape, way or another, always been doing, cover bands through their lives. And there's a couple people that have also been doing it, with me in and out of groups through the years. So nobody's any stranger in this group to music, some more than others. I mean, I've got a couple guitar players that are teachers, have schooled themselves in music. I've got almost like a Florida guy, a guy that's on banjo, mandolin, fiddle, plays keyboards, plays guitar.
Oh my gosh, wow.
And he's just, he's absorbed in music. He actually comes from like real hard rock kind of, Metallica, Megadeth, kind of Pantera kind of music, and now he's playing a banjo and a fiddle. So it's really this cool transition of people. And that's just a huge, intricate part of this group. It's like, we always make the joke that it's the Eric Grant Band, but it really should be the Sherry Grant Band. She walks in this club we played last night, and I said, ladies and gentlemen, Sherry Grant, and the room comes alive, and everybody's screaming and yelling. So definitely there's some roots with the music.
It even sounds like you have a really diverse sound as far as all the different instruments that you're using. Who are your bandmates?
EGB is literally a team of people that has not changed for an instance. It's myself, my sister Sherry Grant, Paul DiDiego plays keyboards, John Littlefield plays drums. John's been a good friend and drummer with myself for many years. All 4 of us sing vocals together. Guitar player Carlos Flores, Tim Kierstead on guitar. And the cool thing with Tim is he's actually one of the newest members. He came in on slide guitar, and he brings in this like southern rock sound to it. And then my bass player Dan Haney, he comes from so many different kind of genres of music, but his bass playing is very unique too, because most bass players play with their fingers. Well, Dan plays with a pick, and that's just his style.
No kidding.
His sound and tone is unique, so you put all this together, and you stand back and listen to it, and you go, what is it? And you go, I don't know, it's Eric Grant Band.
There you go. This unique sound that you've been able to create with your band, when those guitars get put back in the cases and the amps get shut off, what happens in the personal life of Eric Grant?
Honestly, in the past year, I have had the luxury of having a great support system at home that, I must have a 40-plus hour work week of just music. I literally get up Monday morning, get my to-do list out. My wife and my 2 kids, that really is a part of my life that keeps me grounded. And, most of my music that I write, it is specifically about that part of my life.
And in a short amount of time, you've already been able to have such success to work with Tim McGraw.
And that came as a surprise to us at the end of the year, and we said, absolutely love to do it. The cool thing with that was that we did the Tim McGraw show, a huge fan, it was a sellout crowd. At the end of the night, we're playing at the second stage after the show, and a few of the guys from Chris Young Band heard us playing, so next thing you know, they're standing outside the stage, and the the people down in the venue are waving at us, hey, to get them up on stage. So they got up on stage with us. Before you know it, then Chris Young's standing there. So next thing you know, Chris Young's on stage with us. That was the kickoff for EGB to say, wow, this is cool.
Very cool, Eric. What's next? 2011 is right around the corner. Give us a practical goal, something that EGB is looking forward to accomplishing in 2011.
The next mark for 2011 is to try to create EGB as someone can look at and say, wow, look what's going on over here. Geez, can we be part of this?
Well, EGB, Eric Grant Band, could be a household name in 2011.
Yeah, exactly. And then that person can help us lift it to expose it to many people so everybody can share in what little area that we're in right now that everybody's having such a great time with. It's like, hey, let's give this to everybody else, and we can kind of all live our dreams, really.
That's great. Eric, thank you so much for taking time out today. It's Eric Grant from EGB. Best of luck with everything, and I look forward to following your success as EGB takes off to the next level in 2011.
Great. Many thanks to you. Thanks, Jay.